Hey everyone, I don't know how to even begin this, but I feel like I just need to put my thoughts out there. Maybe someone else has been through this. Maybe someone has some advice because right now I feel completely lost. I'm a 30-year-old guy, and for the past 10 years, I've been with my partner Sarah, 29F. We met in college, and from the very beginning, she was my person. You know how people talk about soulmates? That's what I thought we were. We grew up together in so many ways, navigated adulthood side by side, and built a life together. I thought I knew her. I thought I could trust her with my life. But last week, everything changed. Sarah had her office Christmas party. She works in marketing, and they have a tight-knit team, always going out for drinks, celebrating big wins, and sometimes just blowing off steam. One of her coworkers, Jake, 32 million, has always been around. I never thought much of him. He was just part of her work life, someone she vented about when he didn't pull his weight on a project or when he made dumb jokes in meetings. I remember asking her once, years ago, if she ever found Jake attractive. She laughed and said, No, not my type at all." She even told me she could never understand how someone could betray their partner, how cheating was the ultimate act of disrespect. I believed her, but that night after the Christmas party, she came home late, too late, and she was drunk. That wasn't unusual after her office parties, but something felt off. She didn't cuddle up to me like she normally did. She showered immediately and went straight to bed. The next morning, she was quiet, distant. I asked her about the party, and she gave me vague answers. My gut told me something was wrong. A few days later, I found out, and not from her. One of her coworkers, Rachel, messaged me on Instagram. We weren't close, so I was surprised. Her message was short. "I thought you should know. Sarah was with Jake after the party. I don't know the details, but she left with him, and it didn't seem innocent." My heart sank. My hands were shaking as I read the message over and over. My mind was racing, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I decided to ask Sarah directly. When she came home that evening, I confronted her. I need to ask you something, and I need you to be honest with me. Did something happen with Jake after the party?" Her face went pale. That was all I needed to know. She denied it at first, said Rachel must have misunderstood. But when I pushed, she broke down. She admitted it. "It was a mistake," she said through tears. "I was drunk. It didn't mean anything." She kept saying she didn't know why she did it, that she didn't even like Jake, that it just happened. Hearing those words felt like a knife to the gut. The family fallout, Sarah's parents had always loved me. Her mom would joke about when we'd finally get married. After I found out, I told her sister, Emily, who I had always been close to. Emily was furious. "She ruined the best thing in her life," Emily told me. "I don't even know how to look at her right now." Sarah's mom called me, crying, telling me how sorry she was, how she never thought Sarah would do something like this. It was surreal to have the people closest to her siding with me. The therapy attempt. Sarah begged me to try couples therapy. I agreed, not because I thought it would work, but because I needed answers. The therapist asked Sarah why she did it. She said she didn't know, but after pressing her, she admitted she felt stuck in our relationship. Not unhappy, just stagnant. She claimed she wasn't looking for something with Jake, but in that moment, she made a horrible choice. Hearing that hurt in a different way. We had spent 10 years together, and she risked it all for what? A moment of excitement? The biggest breaking point came a few weeks later. I was trying so hard to see if I could forgive her, if I could rebuild trust. Then one night, she left her phone on the couch while she was in the shower. A message popped up. It was from Jake. "I miss you." Everything inside me shattered. She had told me it was over. She had sworn she cut him off. I walked into the bathroom, phone in hand. I showed her the message. She burst into tears, swearing she hadn't responded, that he was the one reaching out, that she was trying to fix things with me. But I was done. I moved out the next day, packed my things, got an Airbnb, and took time to think. I blocked her on everything. It's been 3 months now. The pain is still there, but every day it gets a little easier. Sarah has tried to reach out, but I know I can't go back. I can't be with someone who made a conscious decision to betray me and then lied about it. So to anyone who has been through this, To anyone who feels lost after betrayal, I want you to know this. You don't owe anyone your forgiveness. You don't have to stay just because of time invested. You deserve someone who chooses you every single day. And if someone shows you who they truly are, believe them.